New York, and we are coming on because sources tell CBS News that President Trump has fired his national security advisor, Mike Waltz. Michael Waltz, this happened just a short time ago. You, of course, remember that name because it was Waltz who started a Signal group chat in March. This is a non-government approved app called Signal, and that chat included operational plans for U.S. strikes on Yemen. In that chat, 18 other participants, Vice President J.D. Vance, Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, and, very notably, Atlantic Magazine Editor-in-Chief Jeffrey Goldberg. We're going to go now to CBS News senior White House reporter Jennifer Jacobs. This is her reporting. She's at the White House for us. She's been covering it. Jennifer, a month ago, this did not seem to be in the works, and now here it is. What do we know?
Right. What I'm told is that both the National Security Advisor, Mike Waltz, and his deputy, Alex Wong, will be leaving their jobs, and it could happen as soon as today. I'm told that the president's chief of staff, Susie Wiles, is handling some of these conversations today. It's not yet clear exactly why. We know that the Signal situation did happen. The president wasn't happy with that originally, partly because he had questions about why his national security advisor had the phone number of a reporter in his cell phone. It was a reporter that the president doesn't particularly like or trust. So that was the initial cause of the president's angst over this. There have also been criticisms from conservative outlets, from conservative influencers about who Mike Waltz put on his national security team. Remember, we reported a few weeks ago that some people had been pushed out of the National Security Council and others were supposed to have been ousted. There's been some discussions about that and some criticisms about that, but we just don't know exactly what the president's thinking is on this or why he is leaving or being pushed out today, but we do know that that decision has been made.
Today is the day. Jennifer Jacobs, thank you very much. Appreciate that. Also in Washington for us is Face the Nation moderator and chief foreign affairs correspondent Margaret Brennan, who joins us now. Margaret, Mike Waltz, a 27-year veteran of the U.S. Army, former Green Beret, 4 Bronze Stars, 2 for Valor. He had qualifications for this job, unlike some other Trump appointees, and now he's out. Why now? What do we know?
Well, it is interesting in this reporting by Jennifer Jacobs and our Arden Farhi to establish that he will be on his way out, along with his deputy, Alex Wong, another individual with really solid, traditionally conservative credentials, particularly when it comes to the national security space, with a history working specifically on the issue of North Korea. In Alex Wong's case, he is the deputy. He was accused in fairly racist terms of certain lack of loyalty, some really shocking allegations by conservative commentators that you heard Jennifer Jacobs make reference to there. Mike Waltz, as you just said, a Green Beret who served in conservative White Houses in the past, who worked for Dick Cheney, who served in Congress, who was serving this country in uniform prior to that, also viewed as having stellar conservative credentials. And there has been a divide between those who are conservative in their view as to how to handle Iran and its developing nuclear program in particular, from those who want to go with this kind of isolationist, non-interventionist attempt at diplomacy, which looks a lot like reviving that Obama-era nuclear deal from back in 2015. And that contingent is being led right now by President Trump's ally, Steve Witkoff, his longtime personal friend. And that personal friend is also at the tip of the spear when it comes to all active diplomacy right now, when it comes to Russia and Ukraine, when it comes to Iran, when it comes to Gaza. He also does not have that background in intelligence, military, or national security space. And that has been the point of criticism from some, and that divide got personal. We have been hearing about that in particular when it comes to this policy. So while Jennifer laid out Signalgate, so to speak, was the beginning of a level of distrust here, the president has maintained no one did anything wrong. So that cannot be the grounds for a dismissal. My understanding is that it is actually going to some policy divides and some frustration on a personal level with Waltz and Wong, but we'll be following this developing story.
Super interesting. It's a window into how this White House operates, the security and the policy debates going on within it. And I wonder, Margaret, in our final moments here, do we have a sense of who a replacement could be? Are there a top 3 names, perhaps?